Hey, Crisis Dan here with another Hockey Parenting 101 video. Today's video I'm going to talk about optimizing practice time. So if you're at the rink, at the practice facility, or it's during the week and your youth players there for practice, not a game, one thing you need to make sure you're paying attention to is how the coach is utilizing the ice time. They should really... Ice time is expensive. I think we all know that when you get the fees that you got to pay at the beginning of the year. Most of that is ice time, right? The coaches aren't getting paid. I talked about that in a previous video about volunteering. We're an all-volunteer force on the ice, so we're not getting paid. So you're not paying for that. You're just paying for that facility, paying for that air conditioning unit or that surface conditioning unit, whatever you call them, that keeps the ice cold. That's what you're paying for. You're paying for that ice time. So if your player is like at a 50-minute practice and they're standing out there for half the practice, that is a waste of time. So hopefully your coaching staff is putting together a well thought out and executable practice plan that keeps the kids moving, and there's not a lot of standing around, right? There's going to be some, because there'll be a little bit of instruction on the ice probably before you do a drill. Preferably, if a coaching staff can do it, they can do that ahead of time, but we all know how it goes with practice. Kids show up all throughout. Practice starts at 6 o'clock or whatever. You want the kids there. It takes about 10 minutes to get dressed, so you'd like them there early, but you're already asking a lot when they're coming for the weekend early, an hour early most times for games. So trying to get them to come for practice any earlier than right before is difficult. So trying to get that chalk talk, I guess, ahead of time is difficult. So there'll be a little bit of that. But if you see a lot of standing around, like standing in line waiting to do things, you might want to mention something to the team manager and the coach, because again, you want the kids moving. That's the only time they get to get on their skates and work on skills on the ice, right? So if they're just standing around, it's a waste of everybody's time. So hopefully your coaches are doing a good job of utilizing that ice time, and if they're not, or if you don't think they're not, or you don't understand why they're standing around, ask. At least ask for an explanation on what's going on. And then if they're also doing things that you could do dry lands for, and I'll talk about dry lands in a separate video and why that's important, especially if your kid's a travel player. There are things off the ice that you can do that you don't need to be doing on ice. Like shooting's one. Shooting's a great example. Stick handling's another great example. You can buy a stick handling ball. It means use hell. You can use a golf ball. You can use a street hockey ball. There's special stick handling balls you can buy at a pro shop or online on hockeymonkey.com or elsewhere online. There are things you can do off ice like that you shouldn't be wasting too much time doing that on the ice, if that makes sense. If the coach has got it worked out to where the kids that aren't doing a drill or active in a drill, that they have like a little area they could practice shooting as long as they're behaving, that's a great thing. That's something I would look at doing if I was a head coach, just so they're always moving. My thing would be trying to get them to always be moving. So that's important. So it's important, and also you're paying for that ice time, so you should have a say. So don't be afraid to speak up and ask the question. If anything, you'll learn. Maybe you'll get a better understanding of what they're doing, and then at that point, it may make more sense. Alright, this is a quicker video, I think, than the previous ones. Crisis DN again. Appreciate you watching my videos. Please hit that like button if you like the video. Please subscribe. Please give me video ideas if you have any out there. Would love to take a look at your ideas and see if I can fit them in. I can, because I have a list, but there's nothing that says I can't change the list. It's my list. Alright, make sure your kids are continuing to play Frosty, and Crisis DN signing off.